Reports surrounding Prince Andrew, the Duke of York, suggest the controversial royal is facing one of the most difficult periods of his life as renewed attention around the Jeffrey Epstein scandal continues to follow him. According to insiders familiar with the situation, Andrew has recently begun therapy while living in relative seclusion at a farmhouse property on the royal Sandringham Estate in England. Sources claim the decision came after close associates became concerned about his mental state, saying the disgraced royal appeared increasingly isolated and emotionally overwhelmed. For several years now, Andrew's public image has been dominated by his past association with Epstein, the American financier who was accused of running a large-scale sex trafficking network before his death in 2019. The controversy severely damaged Andrew's standing both within the British public and inside the royal household. After intense public criticism and legal pressure, Andrew stepped back from official royal duties and gradually withdrew from public appearances. The renewed scrutiny in recent months reportedly triggered new stress for the former working royal. According to people close to the situation, Andrew has been spending most of his time away from public view and has struggled with the ongoing headlines linking his name to Epstein. Insiders say this growing pressure prompted family members and advisors to encourage him to seek professional help. Therapy sessions reportedly began earlier this year, with Andrew working with specialists experienced in helping high-profile figures manage intense media scrutiny and personal crisis. While details about the treatment remain private, sources claim the sessions are intended to help him cope with stress, anxiety, and the social isolation that has followed years of controversy. At the center of the latest reports is Andrew's current living situation. The Duke of York is believed to be staying at Marsh Farm, a modest farmhouse located within the Sandringham Estate. The country residence historically associated with the British monarchy. Compared with the grand royal properties Andrew previously occupied, the farmhouse represents a significant downgrade in lifestyle. The move reportedly followed pressure from King Charles Roman III*, who has been working to reshape the modern royal family and distance the institution from scandals that could damage its reputation. Royal insiders suggest the relocation was intended to keep Andrew away from the spotlight while also reducing the financial burden associated with maintaining large royal residences. Friends of Andrew say the change has been emotionally difficult. Having spent decades as a prominent member of the monarchy, Andrew is now living a far quieter life. Public appearances are rare, and many of his former social connections have faded as the controversy surrounding Epstein continues to cast a shadow over his reputation. New allegations and discussions about Epstein's network have periodically reignited interest in Andrew's past relationship with the financier. Although Andrew has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing, investigators and journalists have continued examining Epstein's contacts and activities, which has kept Andrew's name circulating in global headlines. The scandal reached a particularly intense point when Andrew faced a civil lawsuit filed by Virginia Jeffrey Epstein, who accused him of sexual abuse when she was a teenager. Andrew strongly denied the allegations, but the case generated worldwide media coverage and intense public scrutiny. The dispute was eventually settled out of court in 2022, though the settlement did not include any admission of guilt from the Duke of York. Even after the settlement, the reputational damage remained severe. Andrew lost his honorary military titles and royal patronages, and he stopped using the His Royal Highness style in official settings. These decisions marked a dramatic shift for someone who had once played a visible role in representing Britain abroad. As the years passed, Andrew's role within the royal family became increasingly limited. While he still maintains personal ties with relatives, his involvement in official events is minimal. Royal watchers say the situation illustrates how seriously the monarchy views the need to protect its public image. Insiders now describe Andrew's daily life as quiet and largely private. He reportedly spends time walking around the countryside, reading, and meeting occasionally with close family members. Therapy, according to sources, has become an important part of his routine as he attempts to cope with the emotional consequences of the scandal and the dramatic changes to his lifestyle. The farmhouse at Sandringham has become something of a retreat where Andrew can remain out of the public eye. Security around the estate remains strong, but the atmosphere is far removed from the ceremonial life he once led as a senior royal. Observers say Andrew's situation represents one of the most dramatic falls from prominence in modern royal history. Once known as a confident public figure who represented the United Kingdom on trade missions and international visits, he is now largely absent from public life. Despite the controversy, Andrew has continued to maintain his innocence regarding allegations connected to Epstein. His legal representatives and supporters argue that he has already faced extensive public scrutiny and that many claims about his role have been exaggerated or misunderstood. Still, the combination of legal battles, public criticism, and distancing from royal duties has clearly taken a toll. Those close to Andrew say the therapy sessions are intended not only to help him process the past, but also to adjust to a future that will likely remain far quieter than the royal life he once knew. For now, Andrew's focus appears to be on maintaining a low profile and managing his personal well-being, while the wider royal family continues its efforts to move forward. Whether public attitudes toward him will ever change remains uncertain, but insiders say the Duke of York is concentrating on rebuilding stability in his private life after years of intense controversy.